to you. In this lesson, we will discuss matrix inverse method. So here is the question. See, we have this linear equation. 2x minus 2y is equal to 4. 3x plus 2y is equal to 4. We have to solve this equation with the help of matrix inverse method and Cramer's rule. So the question is, use matrices if possible. See, now what is the meaning of if possible? I will show you when we will solve the question. Use matrices to solve the following systems of linear equations. So see, there are other methods to solve the linear equations as well, because here we are discussing matrices and determinants, so we have to use matrices to solve this linear equation. In this lesson, I will show you how to use matrix inverse method to solve the linear equation. In next lesson, we will discuss the Cramer's rule. So see, this is the equation. There are three steps when we will solve these equations with the help of a matrix inverse method. Then you have to follow three steps. I will show you here. Step number one. Step number one is we will write down the matrix with the help of these equations. So see, this is called the coefficient matrix. Coefficient matrix means see 2x minus 2y. So x is the variable, y is the variable. And you can see here with this variable x, we have 2. This is called coefficient of x. Similarly, 3x. So 3 is the coefficient, x is the variable. Here is the negative 2y. So if someone asks you what is the coefficient of y, you have to say negative 2. Whenever you will see negative, you should be very careful. So here is our coefficient is negative 2 and this is positive 2. So the first step is we have to make the matrix with the help of these coefficients. So 2 and here is negative 2. So 2 and then this is negative 2. Here is 3 and this is 2. So see, this is ready. Second is we will make another matrix with the help of only the variables, and we have two variables x and y. So this is x and y. Then we have equal to sign, and after equal to we will write down whatever constant we have here. So this is 4 and this is 6. So this is the first step. Right, what we did in first step, we made a matrix with the help of coefficients. Second is variable. Third is whatever constant we have. Second step is, I will write down here, step number 2. We will say this matrix M, coefficient of matrix M equal to 2 minus 2, 3 and 2. We have to take the determinant. Right, determinant of M, and in determinant you know that we will use these straight line. If it is these kind of a straight line, it means we are taking determinant. And this symbol, which is also called the large bracket, we used when we solve the matrix. This represent matrix and this line is the determinant. How we will take the determinant? First of all, you have to multiply these diagonal elements. 2 times 4, then always there is a negative sign, but we have negative 2, then you have to multiply this. Keep in mind, always first this, then this. Do not multiply first this and then this, right? First this, then is the negative sign always, but we have one negative sign here as well. Minus 2 multiplied by 6. So it will be equal to minus minus plus. I will write down here. Determinant of M is equal to 10, which is not equal to 0. It means determinant is 10. So here, see, here it says if possible. If possible means if the determinant is any integer plus or minus, it means it is possible. But if it is 0, it is not possible. That is why it says if possible. If we will get the determinant 0, we cannot proceed it. We cannot solve our question. So here determinant is 10. But in your books or in your copies, when you will solve this question, you have to do very neatly step by step. These steps you have to do after this, right? Here I am doing because you can see the question in one screen, but in your copies you have to do very neatly. After this you have to write down determinant. What I am going to show you here, you have to write down after this. Right, this is the second step. Second step is we have to find out the determinant, and then is the third step, step number 3. In step number 3, what we will do, actually what we are doing, we are finding the value of x and y, right? X and y. So see, with the help of this one, step number 1, with the help of step number 1, x and y will remain on the left hand side because we want the value of x and y equal to, right, we have this. So we will move this matrix on the right side of the equation. Why? Because we want only the value of x and y, these variables. These variables should be on the left hand side. Whatever you have besides this, we have to move it to the other side of the equation. So see, the name of this matrix is M. I said this is M, coefficient of matrix M. So I will move, instead of writing this, I will write down M. Right? M negative, M inverse. Right? Here I will show you the example, then I will remove it. Suppose it is A, B equal to X. If I say I want the value of only B, what is B? It means you have to take this A to the other side of the equation. And another way is A is there, right? A is there. So we want only B. So what is the relationship of B and A? They are multiplying each other. So opposite of multiplication is division. We will divide with A because here it is multiplication. This line shows division. Whatever we are doing on the left hand side, you have to do same thing on the right hand side as well. This will cancel out each other. B is equal to x over A. See, the power of A is exponent is 1. If I say I want this A in the numerator, so how you will write down A inverse x? Its power is positive will convert to the negative when we will take it on the in the numerator. That is why this M is, I will erase this because see, this is the important point and it should be clear why it is negative, why it is negative M. Because see, if I say I will give you another example. The name of this matrix is M because in the next question we have 8 questions. I will solve few for you and then you have to solve it. But this concept should be clear why it is negative M. See, the name of this matrix is M. If I will write down M instead of this M, and then we have X and Y, and here we have 4 and 6. Same thing, right? For this is step number 1. Instead of this, I have mentioned M, then XY is same, and then 4, 6 and same, right? Okay, I say only I need X and Y here. I do not want M here, and M is this thing, this matrix, right? So you have to take M to the other side of the equation. And this is the relation between these two is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. It means you have to divide M here. Same thing you have to do here. Whatever we do on the one side of the equation, same thing we have to do the other. So it will cancel out each other. Why? Because we need only X and Y. So only now X and Y we have here, and in right hand side we have 4, 6 and M. The power of this M is exponent is 1. If I say I need this, I need it in the numerator. So when I will take this m to the numerator, it will be like this. I think now it is more clear. Same thing I have mentioned here. But it's still, if it is not clear, you can ask me anytime. Just write down in the comment section. I will explain to you again, because this is the very important point, right? So x and y, this is called m. We will take on the other side, and 4 and 6 will remain the same. Now we have learned in the previous lesson that m inverse equal to adjoint of m divided by determinant of m, and 4 and 6 will remain the same, right? Or I can write down like this portion I can write down 1 over m determinant, and here I will write down this adjoint of m and 4 and 6. So now we will put the value. See, determinant of m we have calculated. Determinant of m in step number 2, which is 10. So it means it is 1 over 10. And now adjoint of m. Adjoint of m is very easy. How we will find out the adjoint of m? This is m. This matrix is called the m. So adjoint means we have to switch the position of the diagonal of this diagonal, this one. These are 2, 2. So when we will switch, it will remains the same. We have to switch it, and for these two elements we have to change the sign. If it is negative, make it positive. This 3 is positive, make it negative. 4 and 6. Right? Do not touch 10. Just multiply. Now we will multiply. So how we will multiply this row with this column? 2 multiplied by 4 plus 2 multiplied by 6. Negative 3 multiplied by 4. 2 multiplied by 6. So it is 1 over 10, which is equal to 8 plus 12. Here is minus 12 and plus 12. So again 1 over 10. Here we have 20, and this will cancel out. This is positive and negative 12, so it is 0. Right? So it means now we have 1 over 10 outside. It means this 10 will divide 20. This 10 will divide 0 as well. So I will do one step here. Actually, what we were doing, we were calculating the value of x. 20 over 10 is equal to 2. 0 over 10 is equal to 20. So the value of x, the first one is the x. X is equal to 2 and y is equal to 0. This is the matrix inverse method to find out the value of x and y. Right? I told you we can use the simultaneous equation to solve the value of x and y, but here we are using the matrices. That is why we are using the matrices, matrix inverse method. So how you know that our question is right? The value of x and y is right. X is equal to 2, y is equal to 0. Just put the values here. X is equal to 2. Instead of this x, we can write down 2. And 2 multiplied by 0. Y, the value of this y is 0 is equal to 4. So see, it will be 0. 2 by 2, 4. 4 is equal to 4. Left hand side is equal to right hand side. We have proved. It means this is right. If you want, you can put the values here. In either equation, you can put the value of x and y. So this is the matrix inverse method. There are 3 steps. In first step, we will make the matrix with the help of the coefficient. In second step, we will find out the determinant. In third step, we will find out the value of x and y. One more question I will solve you. This is the equations. Step number 1 is we will make here 2. See, coefficient matrix 2. Here the coefficient is 1. If there is no coefficient, only variable, you do not have to say that it does not have any coefficient. No, there is coefficient 1. And this is 6. This is y. What are the variables? Same, we have x and y. Instead of x and y, if you have suppose a and b, you can write down a, b, s or t, whatever you have. And on right side, we have 3 and 1. These are the constants. Okay, this is the first step. Second step is, suppose I will say coefficient of matrix. This is the coefficient of matrix is equal to m. I have to take the determinant. So determinant we will represent with these straight lines 2, 1, 6 and 5. And how we will find out the determinant? You have to multiply these two first. 5 2 times 10, then this 6 1 times 6, which is equal to 4, and 4 is not equal to 0. It means we can proceed our question if possible, right? And the question was if possible, so yes, it is possible. This is step number 2. We have calculated the determinant. Step number 3. What is step number 3? This x and y you have to keep in right hand side. Then we will move this matrix, and the name of this matrix is M. So here it will be M negative. Why? Because it will usually go in the denominator. When we will take to the numerator, its exponent will change. And what else we have on the right hand side? 3 and 1. Like this, right? Okay, x and y will remain the same, so this and m inverse is equal to adjoint of m divided by determinant of m. This is the value of this, right? And we have discussed this in detail in the last lesson. Adjoint of m is equal to, so 1 over m, m is the determinant, is 1 over 4. Adjoint of m, how I will write down the adjoint? This one, change the position of these two, 5 will be here, 2 will go there, and then change the sign of this. Do not change the position, only the sign. -1, -6, and it will remains the same, 3 and 1. Do not touch. 1 over 4 will remain the same. First we will multiply this. 5 multiplied by 3 plus -1 multiplied by 1, and then -6 multiplied by 3 plus 2 multiplied by 1. 1 over 4, 15 minus 1, 18 plus 2, which is equal to 1 over 4, and it will be 14 minus 16. Right? It means this is 1 over 4. It means 4 will divide 14, 4 will divide minus 16 as well. So here x and y equal to, again you have to write down after this, okay? So it will be 7 over 2. When we will divide 14 over 4, we will get 7 over 2, and this it will be minus 4. So it means x is equal to 7 over 2 and y is equal to -4, right? How I have calculated this? 14 over 4, then minus 16 over 4. So this is the value of x and y. If we will put 7 over 2, or you can write down 3.5 as well, and -4 in these x, instead of x and y you will get 3, or you can put here you will get 1. It means our question is right. One more question I will solve for you, then I will give you homework as well. So again we have to use the matrix inverse method. Step number 1, we have to make the matrix with the help of coefficient. And then variable, we have same variables x and y, and here we have constant 8 and 1. This is the first step. Second step is step number 2. We will take the determinant. Suppose the name of this matrix is this, so the determinant is, we have to multiply first this, it will be -4, 6, which is equal to negative 10, is not equal to 10. It means it is possible. Determinant is minus 10. Third step. Step 3. We will take this matrix there, and here 8 and negative 1. So this inverse of m is equal to adjoint of m divided by determinant of m. So determinant of m we have calculated negative 10, and adjoint of m, this one we have to change the position, right? Minus 1 will come here, 4 will go there. You have to change the sign. Minus 2 and minus 3 and 8 and negative 1. Now we will multiply. So 1 over negative 10 will remains the same. Minus 1 multiplied by 8, minus 2 multiplied by minus 1, minus 3 multiplied by 8, plus 4 multiplied by minus 1. One over 10 minus 8, this will be plus 2, minus 24 minus 4. Here it is negative 1 over 10, negative 6, negative 28. So it means you have to divide this 1 over 10 with this 6, 28 divided by 10. So here I will write down x or y. Actually we are calculating the value of x and y, which is equal to 3 over 5, and it will be 14 over 5. So x is equal to 3 over 5 and y is equal to 14 over 5. Right? How I did this? See, 6 minus 6 over 10. This is also minus. Minus minus will cross out. 3 over 5. Same thing. Minus minus will cancel out each other. It is 2 14 times 28. 2 5 times. So this is. If you will put this, the value of x and y in either of this equation, you will get 8 here and negative 1. It means your question is right. So this is called the matrix inverse method. Now there are few more questions. Same thing, same steps you have to follow, right? This is 4, this is 5, this is 6, 7 and 8. These are 8 questions. If you will see in the second step, if you will find the determinant is equal to 0, it means you cannot proceed. You cannot solve your question, right? Then you have to mention, as the determinant of this matrix is 0, it is impossible to solve it. Why it is impossible, I will show you, right? So see, here we use this determinant here, the value of determinant. If we divide this with 0, it means we cannot solve it, right? Anything divided by 0. So you cannot solve the question. That is why it it says if possible, right? So these are the 8 questions. 3 questions I have solved for you. You have to follow the same steps, same pattern. Step 1 2 3. Try one time. If suppose you will not get the correct answer, you can try one more time, right? But still any point is not clear, without hesitation you can write down in comment section. But please do not forget to subscribe to my channel on YouTube, Saima Academy, and thanks for watching.